Have you ever wondered who was truly the best football club in the world? Not just in Europe or South America, but across every continent? What if I told you there was a tournament created to settle that once and for all? A tournament with a history full of ambition, controversy, collapse, and redemption. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the FIFA Club World Cup, a competition that was supposed to crown the undisputed kings of club football. But how did it start? Why did it nearly vanish? And why is it only now beginning to live up to its true potential? Stick around, because the answer to the most curious question, why European teams used to hate this tournament, might just surprise you. To understand the FIFA Club World Cup, we need to rewind to a time before it even existed. Back in the 20th century, football had already taken over hearts worldwide, and domestic leagues were strong. European club football was exploding in popularity. The Copa Libertadores in South America was becoming legendary. But one question lingered: who was the best club on earth? In the 1960s, the first attempt at settling that question came through the Intercontinental Cup, a face-off between the champions of Europe and South America. While it was intense, prestigious, and sometimes brutal, it excluded the rest of the world. Clubs from Africa, Asia, North America, and Oceania were nowhere to be seen. FIFA knew something had to change. So in 2000, they launched a bold new vision, a global competition, uniting all continental champions and allowing clubs from every confederation a shot at glory. It was called the FIFA Club World Championship, held in Brazil, and this was no small event. Legendary clubs like Manchester United and Corinthians participated. It was a moment of hope, ambition, and, as we'll see next, major controversy. The first edition in 2000 was dramatic. Manchester United, the reigning European champions, flew to Brazil, abandoning the FA Cup back home just to participate. That move sparked huge outrage in England. Many fans felt betrayed. Yet the tournament itself had its moments. Corinthians and Vasco da Gama thrilled home fans with high-level play. But here's a shocker: Manchester United didn't even make it out of the group stage. The final was an all-Brazilian affair, with Corinthians winning on penalties and becoming the first ever World Club champions under FIFA's new format. It should have been a historic launchpad, but then disaster struck. So what went wrong? Just 1 year later, in 2001, the second edition was planned in Spain. Teams like Real Madrid and Boca Juniors were lined up, but it never happened. The tournament was cancelled, and the reason was deeply rooted in financial collapse. The collapse of FIFA's marketing partner ISL left the governing body scrambling. Without funding and with logistical headaches, the tournament disappeared into thin air. For years, the idea of a Club World Cup sat on the shelf, abandoned, ridiculed, and forgotten by many. But then, in 2005, FIFA revived it, this time with a more compact format and a new goal: to blend tradition with global competition. From 2005 onwards, the Club World Cup became an annual affair, hosted mainly in Japan, with occasional additions in the United Arab Emirates, Morocco, and Qatar. The format was simple: 7 teams, the champions of each of the 6 FIFA confederations, and the host nation's league winner. European and South American teams were seeded directly into the semi-finals, while the rest battled it out from the earlier rounds. While the quality of football varied, some iconic moments emerged. In 2006, International of Brazil stunned Barcelona to win the title. In 2010, TP Mazembe from the Democratic Republic of Congo became the first African team to reach the final, shocking international. In 2012, Corinthians beat Chelsea in a dramatic final in Japan, reminding the world of South America's strength. And then the European dominance began. From 2013 onwards, European teams started dominating the competition. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Liverpool and Chelsea all added the Club World Cup to their trophy cabinets. The final was increasingly a formality. But this created a new issue. Why did so many European fans, and even clubs, begin to care less about this tournament? The truth was, For elite European teams, the Club World Cup felt more like an obligation than an opportunity. Long flights, mid-season fatigue, unfamiliar opponents and little financial incentive made the tournament feel like an unnecessary chore. But this raises an even more curious question. If European clubs dominate it, why is the FIFA Club World Cup still so important? The answer lies in what football is becoming, not just what it was. The Club World Cup is not just a trophy, it's a statement. It says that football is no longer Eurocentric. It says that Asia, Africa and the Americas matter. That clubs from Auckland to Cairo, from Jeddah to Seoul deserve a stage. FIFA's goal is clear: to promote global club competition, to expand commercial opportunities and to equalize exposure for clubs outside Europe. And it's working. Millions across Africa and Asia tune in every year to support their clubs on the world stage. A single victory, even against lesser-known sides, boosts reputations, secures sponsorships and inspires nations. That's the power of this tournament. In 2023, FIFA announced the biggest change yet. The Club World Cup would be expanded to 32 teams starting in 2025. Yes, you heard that right. 32 teams, much like the World Cup itself. It will include 12 teams from Europe, 6 from South America, 4 each from Asia, Africa and North America, 1 from Oceania and 1 from the host nation. This is no longer a mini-tournament. This is a full-fledged World Championship. The 2025 edition in the United States will be a historic first. Big clubs like Real Madrid, Manchester City, Chelsea and Palmeiras have already qualified. Fans will witness matchups never seen before. Bayern Munich versus Al Ahly, Flamengo versus Club Leon, Auckland City versus PSG. A global football spectacle unlike anything we've seen. So, let's circle back to that burning question we teased at the start. Why did European clubs hate this tournament for so long? The answer is surprisingly simple: timing, tradition and travel. First, timing. The Club World Cup lands in the middle of the European season. Top clubs already battle intense league schedules, Champions League fixtures and domestic cups. Adding long-haul travel and unfamiliar conditions just seemed like a burden. Second, traditions. In Europe, the Champions League is the crown jewel, a trophy with history, glamour and prestige. The Club World Cup, on the other hand, felt newer, less elite and harder to respect. Third, travel flying to Japan, Qatar or Morocco for 1 or 2 games, sometimes against teams they've never even heard of. It didn't feel worth the effort, but that perception is starting to change. Now that the tournament is expanding, offers more prize money and presents a global audience, European teams are taking it seriously again, because for the fans it's not just about prestige, it's about proving you're truly the best club in the world, not just in your continent. So there you have it, the thrilling, chaotic and evolving history of the FIFA Club World Cup. From a bold experiment in Brazil, to financial disaster, to a global stage of glory, and now a 32-team mega event ready to change football forever. What started as a controversial idea is now becoming one of the most anticipated international club tournaments on the planet. And as we head toward 2025, one thing is certain: the fight for global supremacy is just getting started. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss the next chapter in football history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next whistle.